Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Con Ulrich,
And I'm Ringru. Hello, hello, hello.
and you hear our lovely dulcet voices, so you know it's time for more Steel Division Normandy 44. This is Hill 1112.
Mm-hmm.
112, wow. Not 1000. Anyway, Rang, who do we have today playing Kota 112?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Yuejin as the Polish Armored Division. And on the right-hand side in red, we have Zhukodim, once again, as 16 Luftwaffes. We're seeing him last time, and we're seeing him again for 1v1 match.
And I know I asked you this just beforehand, just to double check, but there's been no buffs to them, right?
Uh, no, not really. No, I don't. I can't really think of any in the recent patch.
But here's the question then. So why bring an airborne deck up against the Poles?
Yeah, it's just an interesting run. On this map, well, the nice thing about them is they can get a lot of 88mm, and it's a pretty open map. 88mm is going to be pretty good, especially dealing with the tanks. The problem is, with 16 Luftwaffes, is all it takes to be beaten is a run artillery piece. And the thing about the Poles is they can get a Sexton and A phase. I'm not seeing that Sexton and A phase, but that's a very powerful unit as it can just knock out all the soft targets Zhukodim can bring up, and all the Zhukodim targets are soft. And just looking at the deployment, it's pretty much, he's just bringing Cromwells with support guns, which all he needs, because he doesn't have to worry about actual tanks. So, I don't think it's going to work too well for Zuko in this matchup, especially considering how open this map is. I think it's just going to come down to Yuejin using long-range fire support units and artillery to just blow up all of Zuko's soft targets. But we'll have to see in the match.
That is very true. Here's a question, though. Who wins the infantry fight? Will it be the dispirited Luftwaffe Jaegers and co., or is it going to be the Streltsky, and I can't even tell you the rest of the names?
I think it's going to come down to actually the Poles, because they get the fire support with the half-tracks and whatnot, which is going to help out a lot in the infantry fight, and also the tanks as well.
That is true. I'm not seeing a lot of half-tracks out here initially, anyway.
No. It's just, it's just getting the standard Streltsky's, it seems, and some recon. It seems like going to be using the Centaurs mainly for here, or Cromwells, my bad, for fire support.
Ah, I completely understand. We saw so much Centaur play in the last one that makes perfect sense
They're
why you
both
still have the
technically
horses
the
on the
same
brain.
tank. Technically,
Yeah.
they're pretty much the same.
They're the same tank, like a Panzer III and a Panzer IV are the same tank.
It's more like a...
Don't insult them. Come on.
So, like, well, a
I may
Panther
not
3
like
is pretty
them.
similar to a Tiger.
You
True.
know what? I'm not gonna do this with you right now. I can't do this with you right now. I can't. I want to, but I can't. We're just actually seeing deployments over here. Zuko is being very, very tentative. I don't like this deployment from him.
Yeah, he's using a lot of... he uses the artillery guns, the Russian artillery guns that he is going to be deploying. Yep. Which, I mean, they're going to be good anti-tank, and they're also going to act as nice artillery, but I know it's open ground, it's just not going to work too well. I think maybe an 88mm would have helped out quite a bit. But at the same time,
right?
the 88mm can just get dunked on by the Cromwells.
Now, kind of interesting, being a very, very quick stag hound being brought on in. That is a stag. Yep,
It's a stag.
That'd be more than enough to push back these lone infantry down here in the south, won't it?
Yep, easy enough. It's just the thing. Any armor that Yuejin can get is great, because he doesn't have to worry about any armor at all from Zhukodim, except for maybe a Stug or two. That's it. So anything of a gun, preferably a lot of high explosive, is gonna work wonders.
Now we are seeing the Ziska is trying to engage with those Cromwells, even as his brother shoots down to the south. But nothing really is happening there. Oh my gosh. They have infantry on top of a third field cannon, which I think is a recipe for disaster as well.
Oh yeah.
But early on this wedding cake, as you call it sometimes, 52-48, Yuejin is, well, he's got himself a slight advantage.
Yeah, he's got the top of the hill, which makes him king of the hill so far, really. And, well, having the high ground, as you all know from the prequel movies, is pretty important, especially considering that, you just shoot down onto the enemy. So maybe a good play for Yuejin here is play from the top of the hill and slowly try to play his raid down the layers of his, as Khan put it, like layers of a redding cake, and try and play it like that and just use his armor advantage.
But even so, I think you put it actually even better when you said, as long as there's tanks on the field, Zuko's in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, same with last match. It's really going to be down to Zuko knocking out the tanks. Those are his biggest threat. And it's not until later on where he could potentially get some Heinkels out and some larger AT guns is when he can start trying to deal with the Polis armor. Because the Poles, they can get a lot of tanks pretty quickly too.
Wait. So you're taking? You said they're going to take the pole position on this one?
I'm not even going to respond, but I appreciate the effort a lot. But we got Flak 88 coming in finally, which is going to help shore up that middle. And yeah, I'm hoping Zhukodim starts using his AT guns or artillery guns, I should say, more than artillery fashion. Try to at least stun up his Cromwells with some indirect firepower instead of using them as direct anti-tank. They're pretty decent in direct anti-tank, but
Well, they better be. They're 76 mils.
yeah, it's just kind of expensive to lose because at 100 points for 9 AP, considering like you get 55 points for 10 AP with a pack 38.
Now, we are going to see a new wave of troops getting brought on in. I'm sorry, go ahead. You have much more important things to say at this point. Go ahead.
No, it's just pack 38, as I've, funnily enough, just mentioned it as being brought up.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. You said about fighting down the hill the entire time. Why are we not seeing Zuko put the same kind of emphasis on the north?
Well, he hasn't really managed to quickly take that northern hill. But also I'm thinking for Zuko, these more lower layers of this hill is going to be working better, because that gives him longer range for him to take advantage of with his 88mm flat guns. Especially in this middle area here, because it's just right open field without much forest. And for his flat guns, slowly moving up, that's going to be ideal. But, yeah, there's this thing called a Sexton on the field, and honestly, that's going to change everything up if he can target the right target, which is going to be the 88mm and the artillery guns. If he can knock him out, it's going to be a pretty easy breezy A phase for Yuejin.
Now, I'm going to stick on over to Eugene's sight lines here. He's got decent sight. Except up near that nose up to the north.
Yeah.
Zuko, on the other hand, not so much.
No.
He does know about the Sexton, but can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Zuko doesn't have a single recon unit out, it seems. Oh yeah, no, he has one in the middle, Yorkfilia, but not a single one. And honestly, as 16th Luftwaffe, highly recommend you get the Luftwaffe Fusiliers. Pretty much, I'd honestly take him as your only recon unit for Luftwaffe. Not just because, you know, they're a nice recon unit, but funnily enough, it's your best infantry unit you can get, because it's the only infantry unit that's not disheartened, apart from leaders and the flamethrowers. I think, no, the flamethrowers aren't disheartened. No, they got the flame of the country on their side.
The flame of the fatherland.
The flame of the
burns
fatherland.
brightly in their hearts.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was just, I felt the muse come upon me. In the meantime, though, we are seeing more and more Cromwells, and it must be Centaurs at this point coming on in, right?
No,
Nope,
there's
Cromwells.
still Cromwells. You can only get Centaurs in SSB. But look,
I had them on the brain. I'm sorry. We saw a bunch of them last game.
But honestly, he has a lot of Cromwell Mark 6s, and that's all he needs. That's all he needs. It's just gonna be popping JT guns and soft targets. I mean, looking in the middle, all of Zuko's artillery guns and anti-tank guns, they're all morale damage thanks to the Saxon Cromwell combo. And it's just going to be slowly picking off all of Zuko's units and then moving up.
We are going to see one very brave yet very foolish anti-tank gun to the south, and if he can get a shot off, never mind.
He's rickety wrecked.
I wasn't going to go that direction. Fair enough.
Yep. Oh god, this is This is absolutely the perfect combo that Eugene could have brought up. The Cromwell Sexton combo. It's just deadly. He isn't meant to take that much ground yet. He just needs some more infantry to slowly try and push back. But he's written an array and just slowly destroying Zhukodim's forces, which is more than enough.
Well, and beyond that as well, that Sexton is now finding out where the 88 is, and he's shelling it like crazy. He lost one of his cromwells to the south. But other than that, I don't know. Would you say that everything's coming up Milhouse for him or no?
For Eugene?
Yes.
Yeah, everything's going absolutely smooth. This is a really good A phase for him. Slowly gaining that plus 1 point advantage, getting map control, and he's pushing pretty much on all fronts, and he has all of his important key units still alive.
What do you think? Are we going to see the march of the pathetic tanks with the 16th or no?
Well, you might see it. It might just take 5 minutes for him to reach the front line, which isn't ideal. This isn't World War One. You kind of need units on the front line now, not yesterday.
Black 36 claims a second victim, by the way.
Or Cromwell.
Another one, but he does finally go down as one of his brethren takes him out. And this has been a consistent message so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just been... I mean, now he's got the Stroch keys to shore up the middle, and if he just gets out Stroch, I'm just going to call him Rifleman, just to slowly run up through the middle, spot all the German units, and then pick them off. It's going to be a pretty easy way to take his part. And we're going to be reaching B phase very shortly. And I'm thinking for Zhukodim, he needs to get some air power on the field if he wants to take this.
Or with an opportunity to do so. He hasn't bringing in a whole lot recently. Do you think that's going to be a function of him basically, well, throwing a lot more power into that air power as soon as phase B hits? Or is that just just lucky?
I think so, because considering like he can't get anything really to effectively deal with the Cromwells and the Saxon at the moment, he needs a B1 or B3 on the field to try and kill them.
Sounds about right.
Oh, we do have a march of the crap tank 1 FT-17 in the bottom right.
Ah, there we go.
And there's the B1 right on Q and B phase, and if you can kill the tanks, is he gonna get the double?
He's hitting for the side. He better.
Two? Is he going to go for the Stuart? Is he going to get a hat trick?
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Oh, broken. It tracks. Oh my gosh.
Well, he definitely did a lot of damage. That Stuart's not going to be all that great in that position. But as you see, at 1B1, that surprise attack dished out a lot of damage there. Lots of damage.
Well, what did the Poles do against this? What can they do?
AA. They just need to get some AA, maybe get some Hurricanes out, pretend it's the Battle of Britain, and hope for the best.
Yeah, probably more inspiring than calling it the Battle of Warsaw or something. And right on cue, there's actually a Mustang coming on in.
Oh, never mind. You can get the Mustangs. God damn, I forgot. I thought you can't...
Oh my gosh, he's going to take him on out with a Flak 88. Yep, Flak 88 is coming on immediately.
The funny thing is, if his plane wasn't so fast, he probably would have killed the B1.
Yes.
Maybe. He might get the kill. Oh, he gets a ray, just barely. But he was too... Yeah, literally, if he brought out a Hurricane, he probably would have got the kill. But Mustang is honestly a good choice still. Because, I mean, 2-star veterancy is pretty damn fast. I mean, it's a budget P50 run. And yeah, middle's still going pretty well. It's just Luftwaffe Jaegers on Strotsky's fighting run at long range with some machine gun fire, but
Oh, right. Well, let me try this again. I first had myself on mute, then I tapped the wrong button, so I had to go and cut my recording.
But we're back. The match is still going on. Please don't panic.
That's true. That's
Nothing
true.
much has changed. It's just a bloodbath in the middle of machine gun fire. And Zhukodim's now bringing up the air power, or anti-air power, I should say. The second Flak 88, and 2 Flak 88 from the field is definitely going to be more than enough deal with any Polish air incursions.
But now, actually, we have just this rifle fight going on. We, I asked you this beforehand about who's going to be better in this infantry fight. We're still not seeing any real half-tracks coming on out from the Poles. So does it mean the Streltsky are going to find themselves outmatched?
Yeah, unless the Streltsky can get some more fire support. I do have that one carrier. They're going to need a little bit more. But, I don't know, the Luftwaffe Jaegers do pretty decent damage at long range with their MG-15s, but their disheartened status is going to hurt quite a bit in the long-range machine gun fire, because those Streltskys are holding on pretty well considering.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of... Oh, there goes some fire support getting taken out. That's a cannon killing mosquito there. And Sexton says you are not allowed to pick on my little buddy. He starts firing from long range.
And as long as that Sexton can knock out the 88mm, that should be top priority. All the artillery guns, if he can keep him out, because those are really the big heavy hitters for Zhukodim, he's going to have a pretty damn good time. But surprisingly, Zhukov's holding on pretty well in the mid, just due to his infantry role. He really doesn't have much anti-tank here, considering he is getting a stug in the middle, which is going to help out just some sort of tank.
Well, add in the fact that right now the Poles have a very, very big dearth of true armored vehicles on the field, at least in the north.
Yeah. And we've got that Flak ATA up north, which is going for the home run. I mean, is he going to deploy?
What?
Look at it. Is he going to deploy it in the enemy base? Try to, like, shoot planes before they even come out on the field?
This is insane. There's no way this is going to work.
It's like breaking through the Polish brigade, the Polish blockade.
Okay, just unload right by those two trees. Come on, set up a goalpost. That's all you need.
Just because if he could deploy, he could sort of negate any reinforcements coming up the hill, and then he could try and retake the top of the hill. But dude, this is ballsy as hell. Is he going to deploy on the slope to try and kill the Sexton? I think that's what he's doing.
You know he's going to be hiding in the forests.
Okay, sure.
This is whacked out.
I think he's really just trying to kill the Sexton with his 88mm gun.
Well, he's not going to do it with the Stug. The Stug just buys it. So.
Oh, damn. That's not good. But,
and the Flak 36 says, screw it. No point.
Yeah, but it's going to get shot up by a Mustang, but it's going to hold out rather well. That 2-star veterancy helping out. But the Sexton, yeah, he's just going to stun it up. And yeah, he's obviously going to rush up the Sherman up the hill, and Flak 88 is not going to have a good time. Yeah.
Pinned.
It's going to get surrendered.
Yep. Cat. What a waste.
What was he doing? What was he thinking? Too bad he can't use captured enemy guns in this game. I know it'd be a bit cheesy gameplay-wise, but it's always fun to do in Men of War.
True. Actually, I haven't played that forever. Good gosh.
Yeah. It's always about Men of War. You get a 2-2-2, you run behind enemy lines, take a British 17-pounder, and then bring it back behind your lines, give it a German AT gun crew, and start popping Churchills like it's ironic.
By the way, Henkel is back, but we have another Mustang coming on in almost immediately.
Yep. But we do have... we've got the ATH up, so the Henkel is going to be able to get out of here scot-free. And FT-17 finally makes it to the front line down south, but unfortunately has a Cromwell tank here. And this one has a 75mm gun.
And what's more, this guy initially has a transmission, gets broken, completely shredded. Hurricane comes on in, tries to force back that. Oh my gosh, there's two more to the north? There's two more to the north. Yeah,
there's two Flak 88s, and they do knock out the Hurricane. Like it's 1940, or 1941 if we're talking about the Battle of Ceylon. But,
I feel like there's a great story behind that, but I don't know what that might be.
It's British Pearl Harbor.
Aha!
Kind of. It's a long story, but anyway, Zhukodim is still holding on to the middle. And, I mean, look, he's got the 88mm, he's got the B1 flying around. It was a good place for him to get, and he's getting another 88mm up top, so he is going for that play, and it's going to be down to Yuejin in artillery in him. He has one Sexton, which is pretty good, but considering he has all of these 88mm on the field, once he phase hit, I think it'd be a good investment to get another Sexton or two.
That's true. The Sexton is falling below 20% of its ammunition overall.
Yeah, that's pretty good considering it's been out for like 15 minutes now. And now only it needs to be resupplied.
We are, by the way, going into phase C in 60 seconds. What happens then?
Well, it's really Polis' advantage due to the points, but I don't know if Zhukodim can start getting those big scary planes out and just keep the Polis armor behind trees with blown up, essentially. Yeah, and he should be able to maybe push back a bit, but Yuejin has quite a bit of a point advantage already, and quite a bit of map advantage too. So Zhukodim's gonna have to make some ground pretty soon, considering it's kind of slow to attack with 16 Luftwaffe. I mean, you pretty much have to do a foot zerg to try and capture ground. You can't.
That's
just
true. I
rush
mean,
in
those
with
tanks aren't really going to really outpace your infantry, which is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, that is pretty embarrassing. That's very true. But that's what happened when you use a tank that was designed for another road draw.
True.
Yeah. We got 225 pounders out today, so definitely going to be good helps for that Saxon. And
Ooh.
yeah, Yuejin getting his arty party out, the 88mm are not going to have a good time.
And Eugen says, you know what, you may make more than me, but it's like whose line? The points do not matter. The points definitely do not matter. And, like you said, start shelling those guys like crazy.
I just got it, yeah.
That was a delayed one right there.
I had to think about that for a little bit, but Zhukodim, now it'd be him to try to get some more artillery. He does have some of these 3 guns on the field, but he needs to try and counter battery these 25 pounders, because that's going to be life and death for his 88 mils.
As of right now, he's taking out tanks right and left, which we said was a good thing for him to be doing here.
If he can knock out the tanks, that's really the Polis' main advantage, and he can win.
Well, Zis finally starts shelling one of those. Wow, one of those howitzers is already gotten slammed.
That's not good.
And last round comes on in. Could this be the death of the howitzer?
Nope, that was a ride miss.
As opposed to a left miss, I imagine.
Yeah. Damn, okay, I think that 25 pounder is just going to get away on that 1 HP.
Nope, I don't think so. I mean, there's 2 different Zis. Oh, never mind.
This is shooting a little bit short now.
Well, there was a pack down to the south that got taken out by that Cromwell 5, and that guy is definitely kind of beefy and scary.
Mm-hmm. That's, it's really just some sort of armor, and that's all. Just as long as Yuejin has some sort of armor on each of his flanks, that's going to help out quite a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't want to engage at Cromwell because they do have those Zis-3 guns all over the place, and they can kill it. Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, taking a look at the north, we have close-in fighting CQB right, left, and center. But as Sherman manages to sneak on by that Flak 36, who just barely cannot see him, courtesy of the curvature of that hill.
Mm-hmm. Damn, just barely.
Oh my gosh, the howitzers are close enough to taking direct fire from the Flak 36s. That's 1 kill right there. Actually, there's 3 25 pounders on the field. Wow.
That's a lot of 25 pounders. Good God.
It is kind of nice for me to see that the 88's being used as, Rommel intended right now, as direct fire artillery pieces, though, too.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd attack with 88mm.
You actually might be surprised. He always believed they should move with the AT guns first as a screening force.
Yeah, it's pretty ballsy. I will admit, but well, I guess it worked for a little bit.
True. And had he just had enough of them, God, it'd been terrifying. Yeah. Sherman to the north is going to go and try to rush his Flak 36. These guys are less than 100 meters apart right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's just brutal right there. But Faust Patron comes on in. That's number 1.
Number 2.
Reload, boys. Never mind.
It is getting pretty hectic on its northern side of the hill. Like you're saying, there's complete CQC combat. And both sides I'm just noticing are playing really well. Zhukodim 88mm gun spam in mid. He's using his artillery to counter battery Eugene's artillery, which is exactly what he should be doing. And Eugene, it's not looking too great. I mean, look at mid. There's no tanks for Eugene, and it's just. I think the problem with Eugene is he ran out of those long-range cromwells, because you can only really get them in A phase for the pose, and that's his ideal tank he needs to be getting. And now he has to rely on Shermans. Shermans are good, but they don't have the 1.2 kilometer range to duke out with 88 mils.
True, and that's very, very true. But we are going to see one of the 88s get taken out. No one's going to be forced to fall back.
Mm-hmm.
And despite the addition of the Stroke 3 coming on in, I don't know.
I don't know. For Zhukodim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now the 88mm is going to get pounded back because the 25-pounders are on point, but it's just going to be down to who can artillery who the fastest, and it seems like Eugene is winning his arty-party game. Now, at the end of the day, no one wins an arty party, everyone loses.
That depends. I mean, from our perspective, I'm fine watching explosions happening every other direction. To the north, in the meantime, we might see a Zwadauchi. I have no idea how to say that. The scouts for the Poles.
It's all Polish to me.
True. At least it's not a Greek.
Yeah.
I would have absolutely no idea. It would be a different language altogether. Could this be a slight breakthrough for the Germans? In fact, actually, Juko was getting points here. This is shocking.
He's going to need to get a +2 if he wants to take the victory, but taking the top of the hill would definitely be a good place to start, because that's always a great place to stage. I mean, you have an 88mm on the top of the hill. I mean, that's just perfect area to shoot at.
Worth noting this, I think we just lost Hankel, didn't we? No, we managed to escape. Super close, though.
Super close. I mean, those Mustangs are always been so close, but yeah, so far.
True. But now, oh my gosh, is that a Wolverine coming? No, Firefly 1C. For some reason, that silhouette always throws me.
Yeah, okay, it's a bit of a weird silhouette. Every time...
I mean, it's just a flash of a moment. You're like, oh, never mind.
No. I'm guessing he's getting it.
Don't pity me. Don't pity me.
It's fine. I'm guessing he's bringing it out to try and counter Stug 3G from a very safe distance. But, yeah, I mean, he's got 25-pounders, and he's slowly battering away 88mm, and I know, I think Eugene's going to be the one to maybe bring us back. I mean, he's getting more tanks on the field, and it's really just 25-pounders doing their work.
Well, help me out. How many 25-pounders does your standard Polish deck really kind of bring?
Oof.
It's not really one I play too often, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm guessing that Eugene probably has 4 25-pounder guns in his deck, and maybe just one sexton for his artillery. You don't get
so what he's got out here is all he has. Maybe.
You don't get that much artillery for the Polish, but honestly, what he has on the field right now is definitely more than enough. It's his adequate amount of artillery power.
Why is that? You call it adequate. Why is that?
I mean, 4 artillery guns is always, that's a pretty good number, but it's not 8 artillery guns or 12 artillery guns like you could with 2nd Infantry. But a Polish is a very basic deck in the sense that it doesn't take more than it needs. You have just enough tanks to be able to make breakthroughs and take advantage of it. But you're not like the Guards Armored, where you have so many tanks that you're just spamming them all over and you don't know what to do. And that's how it feels like when I play the Polish. It's you have what you need and nothing more.
Very, very clinical, kind of economic deck.
Yeah, I mean, it works pretty well for the Polish because, for balance reasons in the game, like Guards Armored has a bit more of a slower build-up. The Polish has a better early game, but they just lack a little bit less in terms of unit numbers. But if you play smart, and Eugene's playing pretty smart, you don't need unit numbers because you manage to keep your tanks alive, for the most part.
And that is pretty much in a nutshell why I don't play the Poles.
Yep. What do you play, Con?
Not the Poles. Just put it that way. Unfortunately, I always find myself playing a very Bernard Montgomery stance. I try to get so much shit in the area. Excuse me, NSFW. But there's so much stuff in an area that I usually end up waiting way too long. I play as if the game didn't have a 40-minute limit.
Sounds like some Panzer players.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. The B3 comes on and takes out one Sherman already. Two Shermans.
Two? Are you
Three.
gonna get a hat trick?
Not a hat trick. He took out four. Sign that boy up if he makes it away. Okay,
Wow.
that's the MVP of this game right now. But I think
Wow.
the unsung heroes will be the Flak 88. They've done so much damage in this.
I have to. That was godlike, Khan. That completely solved all of Zhukodim's problems. Yeah, and yeah. I mean, he had 3 tanks on the field, and now he has no longer 3 tanks on the field.
And there's no air cover either.
And there's no
anti-air.
air cover. Oh god, that was the perfect B3 run. That was Star Wars trench run level of perfect.
Which is, by the way, folks, coming out in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Actually, by the time this goes up, it'll probably be coming out the next day.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
So tell me, right? Are you planning on seeing opening day?
No, I'm not really a big Star Wars fan, to be honest. I mean, I've seen the old movies and the prequels and the seventh run, but that's really it. It's not my entire cup of tea. I mean, it's okay. It's just not
Interesting.
super hyped.
Interesting. Honestly, I cannot say that I'm doing it either in the initial day, but I do know at some point it'll be happening. But no, getting back to this, we do have a salient that's been kind of cut on off. This is the Polish Bastogne down to the south, it looks like.
Oh damn, that's
They've been down there for like 6 or 7 minutes.
I didn't even notice that, but they are definitely surrounded. Fortunately, Zhukodim's gonna have a pretty hard time pushing that, because well, he didn't have a hard time pushing it, really. It's just kind of gonna be a slow push. Maybe he thinks there's a tank here when there's really not, so he's just gonna be holding in the town, but that's just a little bit of ground here for the pose. Pretty fitting considering this is a Polish deck. I mean, they're used to being surrounded.
True. Very, very true. I am surprised myself, actually. I kind of feel like it wouldn't give him the +2. I mean, not anymore, but I'd have been a little bit more aggressive. Maybe this is what this next squad of infantry is doing. This
Yeah.
could have been absolutely amazing.
I mean, fortunately, oh no, Luthor Pioneers still do have their satchel charges, so... And Yuejin must have pretty much only took Strotsky's in his deck. I haven't seen a single motorized or flamethrower squad for the pose. It's all just Strotsky's. Which is an interesting pick, to say the least. I've never really thought about doing it, because having the motorized guys for Piatch is pretty nice. But
Down to the south.
Oh.
We have a leader that has got him anyway.
Yeah, the leader has the Piatch, but that's really it. But like, I guess for against 16th, it's a good pick, because you just need to out infantry spam the 16th and just get chief infantry to do the job. You don't have to worry about tanks, so why do you need the Piats? So, and also on this map, it's a very open map, so you don't even need the flamethrower dudes either. So yeah, just Strotsky spam.
Well, why even bother? I mean, there's absolutely no point to bringing the Piats.
Yeah, they're gonna miss anyway. I wouldn't
Okay,
know
that's fair and yet not fair at the same time.
I think it's pretty fair. They're up north. We got 2 FT-17s, and they're actually doing pretty well in frontline combat. They actually managed to make it to the front line first, which is pretty surprising to say the least. But
What is funny for me, they're exchanging basically machine gun fire with Bren Carrier.
yeah, who's that's a really pathetic battle, actually.
Yeah, if there ever was a wet noodle contest, it'd be this one.
That is probably the rattest wet noodle contest I've seen in this game so far.
Be the Benny Hill guys.
Yep. That's probably going to be going on for enough. Well, no, the carrier's pretty much going to run out of ammo, so he's going to be forced to retreat. And the other carrier's out of ammo too, so those FT-17s completely have free reign.
Well, and the Streltsy have no Brent ammo either, so it's just like, good God.
Yep. And you can actually kill those FT-17s with machine guns if you shoot enough. Yeah, I think you need more of a heavy machine gun to be entirely honest.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, a 762...
I think you need a 50 cal at least to effectively kill one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I've seen 50 cals kill him.
Shug, by the way, takes out, I think, the only Sherman left on the map.
Yep.
And with that, there's a Stuart, there's a couple of Cromwells, there's that Sexton.
Yep. And yeah, it's not looking too good for, well, it does have some tanks on the field, and he still has the artillery doing its job. But, I just think it's going to be tough for him to attack a little bit, because those 88mm are still kind of on the field. Even though they are getting pinned down, the problem is there's so much ground between them and the Cromwell, and it's kind of risky to try and rush up and capture them.
Two things. 17-pounder, killed the
Yep.
Shug. And the other thing, besides the fact that we have the Hero B3 coming back in,
Oh god.
is, well, he doesn't even have to worry about this. He could lose everything on the map, but as long as he doesn't lose a +2, he still wins.
Yeah.
Then Cromwell goes on down. B3 can no longer see the Sexton, though, and that was a big thing that mattered.
Yeah, if he could kill that section, that would really help out a lot, because this artillery is a huge pain in his butt. And it's the same way he hasn't managed to get any more counter-artillery play on those 25-pounders, considering that his artillery guns actually outrange your 25-pounders. Just by 200 meters, but, you know, it's definitely more than enough to try and knock him out easily.
Now, we are going to see flak panzers come up to the north. Two Brens, basically, repurposed Brens. And these guys in our last match were unsung heroes, to say the least. Those 20 mm cannons and the 792s on them. The Spandaus. Right? The Spandau machine gun, I want to say?
Yeah. No, it's the MG34.
Okay, never mind. There you go. You're right.
Spandau's a little bit old school Road to One era.
True, but with the 16th Luftwaffe, that's definitely a possibility.
You never know. Yeah, you never know the 16th. You never know. And they're going to be running up next to those FT-17s as they finally capture the hill. But, yeah, this is going pretty well for Zuki, slowly attacking, but, like, he needs that +2, and a slow attack is not going to be adequate. 16th, and that's one of the 16th's major problems. You can't do a fast attack, you can't really exploit the lines, because everything you have is really, really slow.
Here's the question then. Ooh, wow, the 730s took something out.
Oh, whoa, they actually killed, what the hell?
They killed the Bren to the north.
They killed like, the Universal Carrier?
Yep.
What? Wow.
And the other one's going to go down, but it's going to be basically because of the flak panzers. Yep.
Yeah. And now he is king of the hill. You know, a little bit late. I mean, he needs another 6% of the map, and I don't think that's going to happen. Down south, there's a lot of staunch resistance. In the middle, his 88mm are now completely pushed back because of the artillery play. And up north, I just don't think it's going to happen. There's just not much there. And can you rush with an FT-17? I don't think so.
Can he rush with the flak panzers?
He could rush with the flak panzers, but the Saxons and Shermans could kill it.
Well, the funny thing for me is that, really, when you think about it, there's one Sherman left, and I think other than that, the Poles are pretty much tapped on armor.
Yeah, they don't have that much armor left. It's too bad. It's too bad he lost all his support Cromwells early on, because those were really the important armor unit he needed to keep alive. These more regular tanks are pretty decent, but not anti-88mm decent. And B, run down south, kills Stuart, just...
Oh, if he could take out this command Cromwell, that'd be huge.
Yeah, he's turning around. And Zhukodim is just, I'm loving to see his B3 or B1. Or B3 and B1 kill this, because they have been on point.
But all of them. I mean, let's be fair, there was another one as well.
Yep. He's going in for the Cromwell.
But he wasn't using his main cannon on, he was just using machine gun fire at the Streltsy.
Huh. Okay, never mind.
He's playing with his food.
Yep. And he's got B3 up north. And, oh god. Just this one star on the B3, it's just scary. And he's going for the Sexton. And doesn't get the kill.
Clearly, that Sexton's praying to the right guy.
Wow, that is really lucky, considering he knocked out all your Shermans relatively easily, and that Sexton only has 4 armor. That's really lucky. That's really lucky.
Well, the self-propelled Bofors are definitely giving him some chin music on the way out.
but he is
Sending him
going to
home in
be able to get out.
disgrace. That is surprising.
Yeah. You got a Focke-Wulf now up north. I'm guessing he's going to go for maybe the Staghound, Sherman. Just trying to stun
Black
the
Panther's
unit.
dead. Yeah, he's going for that Sherman.
Yeah.
But that's going to be pretty much it. I mean, Eugen's going to take this one. Not by much, but he's going to take it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a very close match considering Zhukodim did a pretty good job playing as 16th. I don't really think a great 1v1 day, but he played to their strengths. The problem was the 25-pounders and sextons mainly. Those were the big saviours in the end of the day for Yuejin, as they kept 88mm Horde array.
Well, I'm not saying I play this better than him, but at the same time, I do feel like he kind of wasted a couple of his flak 88s early on, and his Zisguns definitely did not get the kind of play they should have.
Yeah, the Zisguns, he really needed to get his Zisguns to do more heavy counter battery. If he could have knocked out the 25-pounders earlier on, then his 88mm Rust could have gone much more smoother. But yeah, that's. But for the most part, he was trying to knock out artillery units. And oh look, we got the nuke coming in. 2,000-kilogram bombs, baby.
Oh yes.
Oh
Where's
yeah.
this going? He's missing it completely though.
I don't care. They're gonna blow up regardless. You can't really miss with 2,000 kilograms, Joe.
Are you were saying?
Well, he blew up some trees, and then hit the road. I mean, he damaged enemy logistics capabilities. There we go.
No, all he said right there is, "I hate the forests." And the Ents are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
But that's a full 40-minute game, so congratulations over here to Yuejin.
Look at the kills. It's really close. Only like 245 point difference.
Yeah, good lord. And really, we're not seeing massive swings out of direction. I mean, we are seeing the Germans suffer early on, but then
Yep.
there are just moments of blue, moments of red, moments of blue.
Yeah, I mean, the Germans don't do pretty well at the start of B, but then, I mean, they got all the Shermans and infantry for Poles that get knocked down. Yeah, it's pretty back and forth all over. There's nothing crazy except for when you see the B3 get the hat trick.
Yes. Yes. So, by the way, there was one B1 that had 3 Cromwells, a Stuart, and a carrier.
Whoa. It knocked out pretty much 3 out of the 4 Cromwells that were scary. Oh, as you know, the flak 80 has more.
There was a B1 that did that.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, he actually had 6 Cromwells available. I didn't realise. That's a lot more Cromwells than I thought. No, 4. Never mind. I'm an idiot. There's a VI and then there's a V.
The other thing that's actually kind of surprising to me is that B3 that we were taunting as being like the hero of everything.
Yeah.
Only had 4 kills. 3 of them were on 1 run.
Yeah, I mean,
regardless.
Yeah, it was an impressive run.
Indeed. But good gosh. Oh, the Flak Panthers at the end? Okay, absolute last guy. 3 of those 4 kills, by the way, were him capturing at the last seconds.
Knocking out an entire platoon there, but those planes, as you can see, once you get them in good positions, you can do a lot of damage with those Heinkel's, and he was trying to knock out enemy tanks, and that's exactly what he should be doing. Both sides were doing exactly what they should be doing in terms of counters, and that's what makes me happy.
True. Very true. I would have liked to see, of course, Luftwaffe win, but, whatever.
Well, we had it last time, so, a bit of a switch up, and Yuejin will be going on to the next round.
Yes, he will take out Zhuko in a 2-0 victory. Of course, we're not going to cover that other game. We'd like to give you guys the best of each matchup, as always. And for the moment, though, I think our dulcet tones might be calling it quits. What do you think there, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm good.
So congratulations to Yuejin. Well played to Zhuko, even in defeat. And this has been Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.